Today's video is all about budget decks in Hearthstone. Hello everybody, it's Vengadragon, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm a full-time content creator and streamer on Twitch. Today's video is about budget Hearthstone decks. I got 4 good decks that you can use in the meta right now that should be able to push you up to rank 5 diamond or even higher. So let's get into the first one. The first one that I got on the list is Token Druid. With a total dust required of 3,920, you kind of can't get much cheaper than that. The mulligans for it are pretty simple. It's Tree Enforcements, Dreamway Guardians, Rising Winds, Bees, Garden Gnome, Fungal Fortune, and if you're feeling kind of frisky, you can always keep Glowfly Swarm as well. You might want to do that if you have the coin, or if you're up against a slow opponent, Glowfly Swarm might make sense to keep in your hand. With this deck, you'll have a massive advantage over most of the classes. The ones that are about a 50-50 matchup are Mage, Priest, and Paladin. Other than that, everything you're just going to be crushing. And the good thing is too, is with the new nerfs, you might even include Demon Hunter into those classes that you're crushing with this deck. The Token Druid is always one of the cheapest decks that's in the meta, and this one, before the nerfs, had a 61.3% win rate. Good luck. So next up on the list is Pirate Warrior. This one is a little bit more expensive, coming in at 6,080 dust. The deck revolves around weapon management, and what you want to do is flood the board with minions, and you want to overwhelm your opponent. It does have 2 legendaries in it. One is Ankar and one is Captain Greenskin. You might be able to find a substitute for Captain Greenskin, but because it's a decent legendary that's a neutral, you can use it in a lot more decks than just that. So if you're on a budget, it's a good card to craft because it always makes its way into something in the meta. And of course, if pirates is your thing, he's a pirate, so it's worth it. And the mulligans are easy to remember. It's basically 3, 2, 1, char. The mulligans on this one are easy to remember. It's simply this: 3, 2, 1, charge. Now, I was regretting putting in a pirate accent into this, but you know what? What the hell? I'll put it in there. And I don't care. So if you don't like my charge accent, put the comments below and say I don't like my charge, but make sure you give this video a thumbs up anyway. So now that you have the 3, 2, 1 war cry for the pirates, all you got to do is just make sure that you keep your captains to the back, and you also don't have anything that upgrades your weapons in hand. I just want to give you the mulligans on this one: Sky Raider for card generation, and then Parachute Brigand. If you get this, keep both of them, because if you happen to pull South Sea Deckhand, you get to play 1 mana and you can put 6 attack and 5 health on the board on turn 1. Ankar is a great weapon because it will draw pirates from your deck to keep you up with tempo and keep you in draw. Blazing Battle Mage, Livewire Lance, South Sea Deckhand, of course, Bloodsail Raider, and last but not least, Sky Barge. 3, 2, 1, charge. So now that we got those bad pirate accents out of the way, I have something a little bit more sinister, a little bit more hard, and pretty cheap. This one is the Galakrond Warlock. Yes, Galakrond Warlock. Coming in for 5,240 dust. This one is also a 3, 2, 1 war cry for the mulligans. What you want to do is keep the following cards. You got to keep Blazing Battle Mage, Imprison Scrap Imp. And this is the one that I talked about in my best cards of the expansion. So it's kind of cool because I wanted to find out a way to use it, and to use it in something budget with low cost minions and low health and low attack, and then buff them up is a great thing. Voidwalker, Bone Chewer Brawler, Knife Juggler, Dragonblight Cultist, Overconfident Orc. And all of these cards are really good after the buffs. They're pretty good before the buffs too. But when they get that extra health and extra attack, you're going to be flooding the board with minions and being able to get a ton of damage out there. You got to make sure that with this deck, when you're at the point of invoking, that you do it when you've invoked 4 times, This way you get the weapon and you also get the max amount of minions out there. Also included in the deck is Dragon Hoof, and I like to play Dragon Hoof generally after I invoke, but there will be certain situations where you can play it before. If you're really pushing to a close and you think that you can get it and you haven't drawn Galakrond just yet, it's a great card to get it out there. Plus, it's a nice big body. And if it's been in your hand for a while, it could be buffed up to an 8/8 or even higher. Next up on the list is No Minion Mage. This is a great deck. A mage deck? Budget? Yes, it is. Check this out. 4,240 dust to craft. There's other cheaper decks out there for Mage that run Reno, but you'll have to buy the solo content to do that. So for this one, I'm going to just have it straight up like this. The mulligans for this one is pretty simple. It's 3, 2, and 1. Don't keep evocation. All the cards that you should keep should have this mana cost. And just think of it this way. The cards that you want in your hands are the ones that discover cards or draw cards. They are as follows. Incanter's Flow, Learn Draconic, Font of Power, Ancient Mysteries, Magic Trick, Frostbolt, Arcane Intellect, and Netherwind Portal. You want to use evocation later in the game to kind of refill your hand, kind of get you back into the game or push you forward through the game to see what you can get. And you want to have that when you have more mana. So a mage deck for 4,240 dust. Wow, I think you're on your way. If you like what you're seeing on this channel, make sure that you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And feel free to give me content ideas in the comments below. Thumbs up, that's what's up. Banga!